Parliament will be hosting the president this afternoon for him to be able to give a State of the Nation address. This will be his third State of the Nation address to the country. A number of issues that were touched on last year. Remember, this is as provided for in the Constitution. It is his constitutional mandate to be able to come to Parliament to talk about national values as well as the progress that the country has made in matters governance. And this afternoon, Parliament will be expecting, of course, to host the president. I don't want to speak much because I'm joined by the nominated Senator Mutinda to be able to tell us what were the expectations last year, were they met, and what are we expecting this afternoon. Karibu sana Muhesh. To start us off, last year we had the same event here in Parliament as it is annually, and this afternoon we're also expecting the president. From where you sit, were your expectations met last year, and what should we be expecting from the president also this afternoon?
Thank you so much. And yes, from where we were last year in terms of the presidential address and where we are today, I'm happy that the president is going to come and talk about the milestones that has been achieved within that 1 year from where he had set his standards, all the plans that he had put in place. Case example, the health sector. We've had a lot of back for this as far as matters, the social health authority and the shift, the fund is concerned. And a lot, as much as there are still some hiccups here and there, but a lot has really been achieved. And I speak because I sit as a member of the Health Committee, and we've really gone to the ground as we are doing our oversight as Senate to the counties, and we've seen quite some strides, although there are some few challenges whereby reimbursement from the national government to the counties, to the hospitals, has been having some delays. But majorly, as far as insurance is concerned, there has been some improvement, maybe not 100%, but we are somewhere. We are not where we used to be. Sector, we've seen a lot of improvement when it comes to the issues of our farmers, the coffee sector, the tea sector. There has been quite some strides. We had some issues as far as the education sector is concerned. Look at the issues that came about, the issues of delayed capitation. And when we dug down as Parliament, the ministry explained and said that there were some ghost schools. And we've also voiced that the people who have been used to do corruption in these sectors to book. We saw the Minister for Health, Honorable Duale, bringing to book the people who have been there trying to do unscrupulous, the fraud claims. And we've seen, at least as far as matters corruption are concerned, they have been worked on. Could not be 100%, but there has been some strides. There have been some steps that have been really, really achieved.
This address is to the nation. Yes. From where you sit again, Mwananchi outside there, the expectations, do you feel that the expectations, do you feel that the president will meet the expectations of Mwananchi down there as we speak this afternoon?
Yes, I am confident, and I'm saying like that because the president has been moving all over the country. Last week he was in the eastern region where I personally come from, and we were with him on the ground. He was able to commission 3 key main roads. He was also able to open up the markets. The markets really touch the common Mwananchi, the Mama Mboga. They have moved from whereby they used to sell things on the soil, on the road, direct sunlight, no water, no storage facilities. But the modern hospitals that the president was able to open, not only in the eastern region, but all over, these are things that really touch the common Mwananchi. And at the same time, you look at that, the eastern region, it's a place politically got about 25%. But he's the president of Kenya. He's serving all Kenyans equally. We've seen what he's been able to do in Nyanza, and talk about our late Honorable Raila Odinga. We've seen how the president led by ensuring and giving him a state send-off, an indication that he's serving all Kenyans equally, and is able also to try and listen to their issues when he's going to the ground and sending his team. What are these issues that are still pending so that he can be able to align? His main focus today, I'm sure, it's about the infrastructure fund and where we are today, the infrastructure sector, the digital infrastructure, the road sector. It's an area that really needs to be funded extremely very well. And independently, as us as a country, we need to stop depending so much on the external funding.
Thank you so much, Muhesh. So we shall listen in on the President's address this afternoon. And I am also joined by the Mandera East Member of Parliament, Honorable Hussein Waiter. Waitan, I beg your pardon. Maybe from where you see the president is coming to parliament to be able to country, as members of parliament, the president on an annual basis for the State of the Nation address, expecting this year? Do you feel like the last year's State of the Nation address was met, and what should we expect this year?
Thank you. It is really great to receive the Republic of Kenya to give his annual nation address. We expect him to give us, the performance of our for the last 1 year, and what he expects to achieve 1 year, the next 2 years maybe before we go the elections. What we done very well for the last 3 years, very well. A lot has changed. A lot of development has really happened in our country, especially in the road sector, the water sector, the health sector. A lot has been done, and we expect give us, the performance or 1 year and maybe the 3 years we have now done, and we are really very eager, very anxious today as members of parliament. And after he gives his national address, we are going to analyze and give our opinion afterwards. Yes.
True. Normally, Parliament has a time to debate the president of the nation address. From where you sit again as a Mandera East legislator or representative, the president's State of the Nation address, do you feel that Mwananchi, where they are right now, they will feel like their issues have been touched on?
Exactly, because it has been happening for the last 2 years, and this since William Ruto is now sworn in as the fifth president of the Republic of Kenya. In fact, most of the of our people have been already accomplished, but a lot is to be done again. You remember, it is not easy, and it is not a one-time off. Some of the things to be done, some of the things are long-term, but a lot has changed, and the journey has started to make sure that Kenyans are better than ever before. Our economy is better before, and that is now seen already. What you need to know is that where he picked from was really, we were in a very low, range where we were when he came in and sworn in as the president. So we expect a lot to change, but a lot has been done. If you see what is happening right now in the country, you can see things are being seen. A lot is being seen to, changing for the better. And we expect the next 1 year, the next maybe 2 years, we expect a lot to change. Yeah. It's not a 1 day off. It's not a one times off. It has to be given time, because once it is planned, implementation takes time. Kenyans to really realize, what has changed might sometimes take time, but a lot is coming. We can tell our nation that a lot is changing.
A lot is changing.
Yes.
Well, those are some of the sentiments that we are still getting from the members of parliament who, on an annual basis or each and every year, sit in parliament to listen to the State of the Nation address. And normally the president gives out reports to the parliamentarians to be able to debate on them, consider them, and implement some of the issues that the president has proposed to them. I'm also joined by the chairperson, National Assembly, JLAC, that is Affairs Committee from the National Assembly, Honorable George Murugara. Karibu sana.
Asante.
This afternoon we're expecting the president to come talk to the country through parliament, right? Last year we also had the same address. Do you feel, from where you sit, that last year's maybe promises or even the issues that were to be addressed in this 1 year have been attained?
Thank you very much. I must confess that to a great extent, yes. Some of the issues that were addressed by the president are actually being actualized now as we move along with the development agenda of the country. I can point out that he actually told us for a long time about the housing projects, continually them coming up. So he also told us about the university care. And in as much as we have issues with the SHA, we can see the government is trying to implement it for the welfare of the people of the country. We have taxes, that he would try as much as he can not to tax Kenyans anymore, and we are trying from the budget of last year. We haven't seen much of these taxes being introduced. So to some extent, yes, but it is progressive, because the economy also must be in a position to accommodate. Yes, we continue to see roads being built in various places of the country, for which we thank the government. Provision of water, again, projects are coming up. We know it is slow, but we must commend the government for trying as much as it can to ensure that some of these promises are kept.
When he comes to Parliament this afternoon, what should Kenyans expect maybe from him? Are there any new, perhaps, programs that are coming in as Parliament? What do you expect as well?
Let's hear him. He's going to have something on the state of the economy, because we really have to be assured that we are progressing well. We are informed that our economy is growing at a good rate, but that must also translate to what Kenyans are and cry that the cost of living is actually not going down. The price of consumables and goods in the supermarket is increasing. So as we hear the good performance of the economy, we look forward to hearing how the cost of living would continue being brought down, and especially through production, which is very important. That the prices of consumables, consumer goods, should also start coming down. We had issues with UNGA. We are happy that came down to an extent, although again, this is beginning to pick up. We want to hear our president address this. We want to hear the president address security. This is very important, because continuously there is an assault on our security situation in the country. We also want to hear him talk about infrastructure, which he promised last year and which he say is picking up. We want to know to what extent this is actually picking up. Yes.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So much.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best as we all listen to the State of the Nation address this afternoon. Karibu sana, member. Maybe to start us off again from you, when the president comes to Parliament this afternoon, the address that has been happening on, what do you expect? Something new, maybe new programs that he might be bringing on board.
Thank you very much. My name is Mheshimiwa Honorable Abdul Haro, MP for Mandera South constituency from Mandera County, that is in Northeastern Province. I thank you very much, and this is the 13th address of the State of the Nation address that the President is going to issue. It's an important address because it's sort of a midterm kind of an address. Yeah. We've already covered 3 years, and we are something very. One of the things that something new which has not been covered in the previous, that you see, like from where I come from and the entire northern Kenya, livelihood is livestock. Livestock is the main source, and livestock is also the main source of people from northeastern and from the entire northern Kenya. In the past addresses, the president had talked about the achievement of the government in agriculture. The reform in sugar, coffee, milk, and all of that. But he had not addressed the reforms we have had in livestock, and the successes we have had in livestock, and the challenges we are having in livestock. So I would really expect the president to address the question of livestock in his address today, especially at this time at this point in time, because the entire region of northern Kenya, despite other parts of the country receiving very heavy rains and even floods, some causing devastation, it is going through a very difficult drought season. And you know, when you are relying on livestock for food, for income, and drought is decimating that livestock, then definitely you would want to know what plans the government has in terms of mitigating the hardships that the people are going through. So that is something new that I would want the president to address, including the question of the drought and how the government is dealing with the drought that is becoming cyclic. Because when you come from parts of this country, you are either in the middle of the drought or you are preparing to get out of one, or you're actually struggling to, to recover from one. It's that cyclic nature. So that is what I want the president to address.
Thank you so much.
Asante.
All right, Ben Troy, those are some of the sentiments, expectations, and some of the gains that have been done by the government, or the milestones that have been made by the government since the last State of the Nation address. And this one will be his third State of the Nation address here in Parliament. And of course, everyone is looking forward to hearing what proposals he will be having and what challenges perhaps, and how the government is planning to bring solutions to them.